Welcome to the Thinking Green News Moment. I'm Chris Schneider, and today my guest is Kelly Kane with the St. Croix Institute. Welcome, Kelly.
Thanks very much, Chris, and pleased to be here.
When did the St. Croix Institute, when was it founded, Kelly?
St. Croix Institute was founded in May of 2007 as a result of our strategic planning process on campus, which started in 2006. And goal 2 of our 10-goal strategic plan was a modeling of sustainability principles, especially sustainable community development. And the Institute was created 1 year after we started into that process as the campus service organization in order to help the campus become a microcosm of what it truly means to be a sustainable community.
And when you say the campus, you mean UW River Falls?
Correct.
Very good. And so what are the kinds of things that you're doing in terms of sustainability there at the Institute, Kelly?
I'm involved in everything sustainability, both on campus as well as off campus. And our notion is that unless the campus can literally walk the talk on what it means to be a sustainable community, then we have no business giving advice to any other community outside our campus. So on campus, we're one of the 4 campuses in the UW system that the governor has declared will be off the grid, quote unquote, by 2012, which basically means that we are not going to unplug from the commercial grid, but we will certainly be 100% fossil fuel free and 100% carbon neutral in terms of our energy efficiencies. Besides energy, it relates to everything that we do operationally on campus. So everything from maximizing the amount of locally sourced food that we can bring into the University Center food service, to neighborhood electric vehicles, which I know you're familiar with and working with us on that, as well as food waste composting for the waste food coming out, water conservation, solar hot water systems. It runs the full gamut.
And so you have goals for each of the years between the time that you're looking for completion of this 100% in 2012. And how are you coming along on your goals at this point?
We're doing very well, I think. We're now at roughly 40% in terms of renewable electricity coming from green sources for the entire campus, and that's primarily as a result of the investment by students in buying green black electricity. At the same time, we're working with a couple of different companies at the moment in bringing biomass wood pellets in to substitute for coal, oil, and natural gas at our heating plant. Looking at a large-scale photovoltaic system on campus, but also working very heavily on the conservation side of how do we consume less energy. And how do we maximize our efficiency before we even start thinking about large production types of facilities?
A lot of great things that are happening on campus. Then you're saying the Institute also has effect on communities outside of the campus. What kind of a territory are you looking at, and what are the things that are happening out there?
Yeah, we look at it from a local to global sort of perspective, and obviously we're most focused on the community in which we exist in River Falls. But also we certainly identify our area very heavily with the St. Croix watershed, which is roughly 7,800 square miles in both Wisconsin and Minnesota, with the idea that the political boundary is arbitrary, based on from an ecological perspective and economic perspective, certainly. So within the city of River Falls, for instance, myself and a couple of other folks from the campus serve on the Powerful Choices Committee for the City of River Falls Municipal Utilities. And we have, to give you an example, one of our projects is a wind turbine study to determine how much potential wind energy that we have in the community, which it appears that we have good commercial wind. So we're in the middle of anemometer tests for that. One of the other projects we're involved in is a property tax financed renewable energy system. The idea that if this goes through and we have good support for it, that the city would bond for the basic money that would allow individual homeowners to actually put in the types of conservation practices and technologies, as well as production, that they normally wouldn't be able to pay for if they did it themselves. So they would be able to literally take the money from the city to pay the capital costs and then put it against their property tax for 20 years, paid at a very low interest or very low rate of interest in that payback, with the idea that energy costs will help them to really recover not only their interest but their capital costs over the long haul.
Well, a lot of great things that are happening with the St. Croix Institute.
Yep.
How can they reach you? What is your website, and is there a phone number that they can contact you at?
Yep, they can reach us at 715-425-3479. Or our website at www.uwrf.edu/sustain. SUSTAIN.
Well, thank you, Kelly Kane. This is Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.